This is the first car that we did for Scion that really put us on the map. This is the XB DJ car. Well, what this thing does is it houses a mobile DJ unit. Everything a DJ needs to spin at a party or at a small gathering is in this vehicle. This car here is the XA Speedster. We completely eliminated the rear section and made it into a gaming center. But the better part of this is that you can also game from the driver's seat. But this car also is a regular car in the end, so I could close all this stuff up and I could drive away with it. At 5 Axis, we do several things, one of which is we build concept cars for design studios. Every day around here is different. I mean, some days we come in here and we're working strictly on a concept vehicle. Some days we're designing, we're being creative. As a kid, I was always into building things, whether it was models or, Legos was a huge thing for me. Always a hands-on type of person. Eventually, I found my place at a design school called Art Center College of Design, which had a really good automotive design program. Rather than drawing, I focused more on building or designing in 3 dimensions. This particular car is for SEMA, and what SEMA is an aftermarket show primarily focused on the industry. It's not a public show. The aftermarket industry really is products that aren't sold at the dealership level. Aftermarket products could be like exhaust, springs, wheels. Wheels and tires are huge aftermarket parts. These are all pieces that after you purchase a vehicle, you go out and buy from retailers. So SEMA brings together all the people from the aftermarket and allows them to see the newest and current product offerings, and these guys are wholesalers, vendors, sellers. They're basically shopping out and seeing what's available. In the case of the ISF, it's going to be in the proving grounds, and people are going to come out while they go out and test drive some of the other product. They're going to be able to look at this vehicle as inspiration, I guess, for what's coming up in the future. SEMA is a huge opportunity for us this year. I'm just really excited about the response that we're going to get. For this particular application on the ISF, we basically changed every body panel there is on that vehicle. And in this case, the vehicle is going to be a matte black, which is quite unusual because typically we're doing gloss paint jobs. In a gloss paint job, you have several stages, including the final stage, which is a color sand and buff. But because this is a matte finish, the final paint that we put on there will be the finish. On the interior, we've kind of brought some unique appointments into it. We resculpted the front seats to make them a little bit more aggressive. Still comfortable, keeping the luxury appeal, but doing some unique fabric appointments. We're using Alcantara, which is upholstery that's synonymous with racing, and we're actually marrying in this really unique leather interwoven stainless steel kind of basket weave material into the centers of the cushion. So kind of give it a little bit of a high-end appeal. We're doing some other small appointments with paint and some trick things with finishes to kind of just tie the whole look together. Along with the ISF, we're doing a few other cars for SEMA, including Toyota Yaris and a Scion XD. This here is a Toyota Yaris. We're calling it the Yaris Club, and basically the inspiration for this vehicle were old school race cars, specifically the Toyota 7, which is a vehicle that was raced in the 60s. The real neat design element about this is that you have a structural cage that goes all the way through the vehicle. Rather than cover it up, we wanted to keep it highlighted. This is the Scion XD, and this thing's coming together. We've done a wide body conversion, so this one's about 6 inches wider overall. Unique paint job. I mean, nothing on this car is really carryover from factory. Our vehicles always have some kind of little surprise element. In this particular case, this car will open up and it'll actually give away some kind of souvenir from SEMA. What's going to happen is when the guy's gaming and playing the game, the audience can watch the person's point of view. Up here, there's two screens that also show that same kind of camera angle. Now, that one is what we call the claw cam, and that's above the claw, so you can see the point of view of the player trying to grab the toy or whatever. We had the claw rigged up too, so there's a pretty high win rate, so hopefully. Oh, I suck. Oh no, I got it. The one thing that we do always want to keep in mind is that whatever we do, we want it to have some kind of purpose, form, and function. We don't want to just throw things on there just for the sake of getting a reaction. Come from a design background, we've always been trained to create a reason behind what we're doing and then come up with a theme and develop that theme. In this case, we were inspired by a race car for the street because the car is going to be very performance-oriented. Time is not our friend in many of these projects. We're given a very short period of time to execute. I mean, it's always a big push. I mean, with any show, there's deadlines. We're always fixing things to the very last minute. We had a little bit of an issue last night. This paint is pretty touchy, and I had to call in some friends at the last minute. Fortunately, they were available. They came in and shot the car for us, and for the most part, I think it's going to show really well. It has to be there Monday afternoon, so we're hoping to roll out of here by 6 a.m. at the very latest on Monday.
At nighttime and daytime, you see it once. Viva Las Vegas! That's a good part of that.
it's a struggle to try to come up with a unique concept. Troy actually has free reign to do whatever he wants. He actually proposes some items to us. We kind of look at it, but really we leave it up to Troy. He's the innovator. He's actually the builder. We like him to show us the way.
So as you guys can see, this SEMA is crazy. I mean, there's just so many people around here. All these people looking and trying to see the latest and greatest products. I mean, it's a zoo. We just unveiled the ISF, or what they call in Project ISF, and I think it was a huge success. I had a lot of people come over and say that we killed it. They loved what we did to the car, and I'm pretty pleased.
Year in and year out, Troy continues to amaze us because his vision is so spot on, and he's got an innate ability to take one of our products and move it to a level that we have not yet attained with that vehicle. And I think that the finished product shows why he's the right person for the job.
Now I can actually go get some sleep. No, actually I can't. I got 4 more days of this madness.